Alright guys, and welcome back to the Don's channel. I am the Donfather and welcome to today's AFL car chat from my work. I think I might just do a car chat every day, just a brief discussion of things I've watched or I've spoke about with subscribers or viewers to the channel. Some amazing videos done yesterday, Line in the Sand on the Don and World Sports channel. You must check it out, absolutely mental. If you're not aware of the game and you follow AFL, I'll be completely surprised. It was between Essendon and the Hawthorn Hawks. I'm not going to tell you much more about it. It's pure fights and it just seems to drag on for the full match. Little pockets of fights bursting out everywhere. Absolutely sensational stuff. That's why I love this sport. People play on the edge in it. And Lance Buddy Franklin I covered on the Don's channel. What a player. Different from players that I've already covered that are forwards. He is actually sensational. I appreciate now he's getting to the end of his career. People have told me that he's getting a little bit older now. It's hard for him to keep up that same sort of level of consistency and domination of the sport. He has hit 100 goals in one season, which is phenomenal by any standard. I don't know how many players have done it throughout AFL history, but regardless of that fact, it is a fantastic achievement to hit a century of goals in a calendar or in a season. Sorry, what a player! Like them, different type of forward. What I mean by that is he was a big unit and he's a big shithouse up the top there. He has that presence about him, that upper body strength, that reach in the arms as well to get to the ball before everybody else without really having to jump. I've seen some forwards where they're maybe not as big in stature, but they've got that spring in the step and the awareness and the speed about them to get there before the opponent. It's never in doubt when you watch them. You can see it happening a mile off. These guys, the anticipation's phenomenal. But with Lance Franklin, body, he just has that physical stature, that prowess about him, where he just has the ability to get it because of his gigantic shape. But that being said, his finishing in front of goal or out, like the different terms that I've come across when it comes to kicking, unbelievable different types of names. I'm going to use them. I'm not going to use them in this video. I'm going to use them in AFL reactions because it's absolutely phenomenal. I think my favourite one being the mongrel. When somebody doesn't kick it right and it's going everywhere, it's spinning absolutely all over the show. The mongrel. Or if a player's a bit of a loose cannon and he likes to get and do the dirty side of the game, the big hits, the bumps, the biffs and all that kind of stuff. A bit of a mongrel of a player. I absolutely love that. Sensational stuff there, guys. What a sport though. It literally caters for every type of sport. I mean, you've got the skill, some of the handballs across the field, like the acuteness, the awareness of the vision that people need to have in the game as well, the speed that you need to have, the power in the oval, not the pitch. It's an oval. I keep saying the pitch. Apologies for that, guys. It's just force of habit. Being from a soccer, football background, it's of course a pitch. It's the oval in the AFL, so I'll try to say that more often. But again, like it caters for every type of sports fan. It really does. As I say, you're using the hands, you're using the feet, strength, power, speed, intelligence, but like some of the long kicks as well are nothing short of absolutely magical, are they? They make it look easy. When you see guys doing this that consistently in the AFL, you go, you think you could literally pick up the ball and go and do it yourself. Well, get that notion out of your head, because you cannot do that. These guys are doing it that regular a basis. They make it look ridiculously easy. But you kick a ball from 60 metres, the chances are you're not even going to kick it 60 metres in the first place. Never mind hitting it, hoofing it 60 metres right through the sticks every time. Unbelievable skill. I just look at it in fascination and awe how they do it. But Lance Buddy Franklin, this is what I was getting to with him. He seemed to be probably the most instinctive kicker that I've watched yet. I'm not saying he is in the whole of the AFL or VFL or in history of the sport, but right now, current player, is there somebody better than him, instinctive as him? in the sport, please give me a comment in the section below, because I'm going to have to compare them. They're going to have to go a long way to be as good as this guy. I love how he does that feint to the left. He's left-footed player. He does that step to the left, finds that yard, and bang! He just hits it straight through the sticks for the 6 points, and away we go again. We start again. What an absolute player. There's loads of players coming up in the channel. Of course, you're going to get some reactions. Somebody actually asked me to do a kind of reaction to, there's a whole game, 2017 AFL final. I think Richmond were in it. It was the one Dustin Martin stood out in. I've kind of covered him. He's a fantastic forward as well, isn't he? Unbelievable player. Cool dude with the tattoos, big biceps. Women love him. Shaved head, looks cool. All the women want him. All the men want to be him. An absolute legend of an AFL player. Loved watching that guy. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. But that grand final between I can't even remember who they were playing now because I was too busy. Well, Richmond anyway. The 2017, you know yourself, the grand final in 2017. Somebody challenged me to watch the full game but record my reactions to the game on a live stream. So it's not actually a pre-recorded video that I've had to kind of put into a shortened video and then post onto YouTube. It's actually just a full live stream reaction of me watching it. Would this be something people would want to actually see me doing? Leave a comment on that as well, guys. That was quite an interesting suggestion. It wasn't something I'd actually thought of. I know people do live reactions on streams like that there, or they're talking with a group of friends with popcorn, beers, whatever, crisps, whatever you're having. You're sitting at a table and you're watching a live sports game and giving the group reaction. But to do one that's already happened in the past, a game that I've not actually watched, so it would be again quite a real reaction to. So if you're interested in that, give me a comment on that as well. And another piece of advice that I got off a guy on the Dunno World Sports channel was do a little bit more homework, basically. Go on Wikipedia or on AFL forums and learn a little bit about the subject or the player or the team or even the match and as a whole. Do a little bit of homework, give a couple of minutes intro to it, introducing it, and then go and watch it and do a live reaction and a bit of a review at the end, which I think's a great idea. I've done it with a lot of military stuff because I don't just want to fire a military video on there and people are going, what the hell is this guy posting here? Give you a brief insight into why it's important and why we should be remembering a little bit about what these guys done for our countries, etc. That's why I always like to give a little bit of an intro on them, but particularly now in the sports that I am doing a lot more AFL, I think it's a good idea. So thanks very much for that suggestion. You know who you are. And I look forward to this weekend, hopefully getting to watch my first ever live game. Don't know if I'll have time to do a live stream on it, but I'll certainly do reactions, maybe record little bits of reactions throughout the game, give updates between quarters maybe, and then post the video. I'm not sure what game I'm going to maybe do that with. I'll take a pick from the weekend. If anybody's got a suggestion of this weekend's games they'd like to see me doing that with, then do feel free to leave a comment in the section below about that as well. That would be great. Thanks again anyway, guys, for tuning in to this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.